introducing myself, which the gentleman has already done, I would just like to set up the context straight here. It's, of course, this talk is all about future of creativity, but I'll take a pause and talk about this entire scenario of creativity and AI in a way that we all resonate the most with this event that is there, right? Somebody beautifully mentioned earlier that VFX is invisible work, correct? How many of us believe in that? A lot of us, right? There is a visible work which is actually a creative work. For example, storytelling, for example, maybe the thought behind it, the lighting, the composition of it, right? If I would play a sound of rains, which we desperately need right now, right? You would immediately have a visual reference in your mind, correct? But to bring that reference onto the screen, even before your minds and eyes could meet, there's a lot of VFX that goes behind it. The sound, the lights, the coordination of it, it all needs to blend well. And while it is an invisible work, there is another layer below it, which is called as invisible effort. What is an invisible effort? Any video editors in the house? VFX, yes? Can you guess what is an invisible effort, not the work? What is an invisible effort? Resizing, manually cleaning again and again, maybe the intent for the content that we are trying to create, right? This particular layer, nobody addresses, correct? And this is what exactly, how would we address this particular layer? By getting AI into scattered platform or integrating AI into the workflows where we actually work. That AI or those tools need to disappear into the workflow, similar or become invisible, similar to how VFX is or the support system is, right? This is precisely what we take as a challenge and are trying to rebuild the creative foundation. And before I try to rebuild the creative foundation, I'll again look into the tech team and ask if everything is okay, can we have the screen? Is it possible? All good? 2 minutes more? All right. So may I know how many profiles do we have in the house? How many students are there? I knew it. I look at them and I can guess them. All design, video, VFX students? Bombay? Okay. Not from Bombay? Okay. I have something in store because this is where your base, your foundation actually starts. So how many of you all use AI in your daily workflow? All of you, right? Favorite AI platform? More. Gemini, okay. Sorry? Gamma, Beta, oh my God, look at the names, so amazing names, right? What if I tell you that we at Adobe have planned to bring, oh, lovely. What should I should just say one Hail Mary for this. So how many of y'all believe that AI has got both the effects, polarizing and paralyzing? How many are in for polarizing effect? The wow moment, oh my God, I can't believe we had one session in the other room and we saw the amazing movies that people made, right? So we have a polarizing effect, but what is the paralyzing effect? How does this AI impact us, impact our workflow? I could be a graphic designer, I could be an IT, right, or a technician who's actually gonna activate this AI into the system, right? So those impacts are yet to be realized. And while we do that, and I was talking about rebuilding the creative foundation, we're talking about bringing multiple assets and multiple tools in one go. Interesting. I would have shown a lot of this to you all live, but thanks to technology today, I am unable to show you this all live. But you see the variety of it, right? Starting from capturing from the camera to my framed IO directly, I'm not even downloading it, taking the pen drive, which we were struggling today, or a memory card. If I was shooting this, I would have directly gotten my frame.io, which is again connected to Premiere Pro, which is again connected to AI, which will give me further more capabilities to edit my video or add on video effects. And as we see this building the foundational creative workflow, you'll see 4 stages: ideate, create, scale, and align, correct? We all look into the top 3 phases, but we always forget the very important, very essential alignment. Remember your VFX people, remember your lighting people, remember your cameraman, right? Alignment of people, alignment of tools, and alignment of asset. If this doesn't sit in your system is completely scattered. And that's what we are trying to rebuild through this flow. So while we are ideating, we want to create, and while we are creating, we want to scale it all the way more when we're trying to align the 3 aspects. Very essential step here. And when I'm talking about multiple AI models, very few are aware of the fact that Adobe has its own AI engine called Adobe Firefly. Now be honest, how many of you all did not know that there is an AI engine in Adobe Creative Cloud called as Adobe Firefly? That engine, this is our own engine, which empowers Photoshop, Premiere Pro, After Effects, InDesign, Illustrator, and as a standalone browser-based application, right? Not only that, it's not just image generation or video generation, right? It's beyond how many assets do we need to bring one video together? There's sound effects, there's background sound, what else? There's dialogue, voiceover, that too in multiple different languages, and images, and the VFX that we all talk about. We try to bring all of that together under Firefly models. Above that, we also provide flexibility to creative people to experiment with multiple other partner models. Partner models such as the Google family, Gemini, your favorite, Imagine, ChatGPT, right? Black Forest, Luma AI, Ideogram, and why this plethora? So it's just one platform, access to all. So if you are an illustrator, you know which format works the best. Illustrator is more vector-based output, right? My illustrations, my sketches. So I will use Ideogram. I will use perhaps Nano Banana Pro. I will use Firefly Vector so that I get editable vector files. When I'm in Photoshop, I get to use Nano Banana. I get to use Flux, which has got more to do with image correction or image generation, right? All of this is empowered from one central system, which is firefly.adobe.com. If you have not seen this, go back home, look at this website. Everything that has got to do with AI is on this website. But not just that, right? We are into this beautiful summit. We have to talk about beyond this. How about training AI to create brand-specific assets? We saw wonderful movies earlier, AI-generated movies earlier, and the common problem that we all kind of are impacted are the consistency, the brand, and the compliant nature of it, the ethical, how ethical my AI capabilities are, how do I get the rights for what I'm creating, is it IP indemnified, nobody will come to me and sue me, hey, you've used my character, or it looks like me, or it looks like my product, right? So we take care of all of these things, which is why Firefly is trained on Adobe's stock library and images which are copyright free. And when it comes to these partner models, we guarantee that when you use your assets, say suppose you have a sketch, you have a frame that you have created, you have a character, these partner models will not use your assets to train their data set. So it becomes completely safe, another layer of safe, right? So these are the way we could actually customize Firefly. Base model, which we discussed, custom model, which I'm going to showcase, and Firefly Foundry. So these are all the models that you see that are available, and the custom model is what I'm going to talk about. All the new available features in all of the software is combined, and there's much more. It keeps on updating every now and then. Firefly custom models are the ones where we ask Firefly, hey Firefly, these are our set of imagery, right? This is how my style or my campaign looks like. Understand these 15 to 30 images, as you can see there, You train it on them, and after that, whatever you try to generate, you do not generate something fresh. You start by naming that model, and you create exactly as per that model. Can we change the slide, please? So how could you train or Firefly on what kind of custom models? Lifestyle photography, iconography, illustrations, mascots, works wonderful. This is a custom model. If you understand the nuance of the design here, this is exactly how a Firefly could be trained to create brand-specific assets. Let's have a look at if it is not image. How can we go one step ahead? It could be video, it could be audio, it could be a character, and it could be a text. Let's have a look at this video.
The demand for fresh video and immersive content is exploding. Studios and creatives need faster, smarter ways to bring bold stories to life. Media franchises need a constant stream of fresh content to reach global audiences. Generative AI is unlocking new opportunities in complex media creation workflows. Adobe Firefly Foundry begins with Firefly's commercially safe base models trained on hundreds of millions of licensed assets. Then it incorporates your own IP, images, video, 3D, and audio to create a custom Foundry model just for you. Adobe never uses your IP anywhere else. All output and models stay exclusively for your organization to use. Governance and access control is managed by you. With your Foundry models, you can generate new content based on your IP and align to your brand IP or series. This means you can extend franchises with short-form content, remix scenes for different platforms, and react to cultural moments in real time. From static images to full storyboards, from animatics to final frame. You can multiply what your team creates while staying true to the franchise. Foundry models work seamlessly in Adobe apps and workflows and with your existing production tools, so your brands and franchises can scale with speed and consistency. Adobe Firefly Foundry, bringing Adobe's unique expertise in creativity, marketing, and AI to your enterprise to create complex media content at scale.
So Firefly Foundry is one, thank you for that, where you train your complete asset library because brands are not just images, just illustrations or sketches, right? I want AI to understand the full-fledged language of it and not depend on OpenAI to create what I'm actually wishing to see as a full-fledged video or full-fledged effects, be it in After Effects, be it in Premiere Pro, or whatever platform I would like to use, right? Another thing which is very interesting to look forward to is the first video that we saw, Firefly boards. Great integration from boards to After Effects, boards to Premiere Pro, and vice versa. So keep an eye on all of these updates. Firefly.adobe.com is the place where you would look at all of these new updates, new generative AI possibilities, and if you're looking forward for something like Firefly Foundry, then definitely come and meet me. I think with that, I'll conclude today's session. Thank you so much for your patience through all the technical difficulties that we had, but thank you for being here and being a lovely audience. Any questions, I'm here available for another 10-15 minutes. Please feel free to connect with me. And again, have a good rest of the day. Thank you.